My name is Epsilon, and welcome to another episode of Jesus Cum Laude. Today I'll be talking a little bit about logical fallacies. We live in a large world full of advertising and politics and etc., where we are fed a lot of information. People can make statements that aren't true and make arguments that lead to false conclusions. If you've noticed the political landscape as of late, you notice it has gotten a bit rough. And people will often find themselves in arguments among friends, family, former friends, strangers, etc. And we have to arm ourselves with the knowledge that not everything we hear is true. Everyone seems to have an opinion and claim the truth, whether it be a conspiracy theory, fake news, etc. And if we can spot fallacies in an argument, that'll help us to discern truth from fiction. Some background. An argument is generally formed with a series of premises, followed by a conclusion. Ideally, it should flow logically, however, that is not always the case. And when a conclusion does not flow logically, it is known as a fallacy, or a non sequitur, from the Latin meaning does not follow. Since human logic is prone to errors, here is a very brief overview of some of the most common non sequiturs you'll see today. Begging the question. When a premise is assumed to be true without any proof. Typically this takes the form of the conclusion as one of the premises. Slippery slope. Assuming that one thing will inevitably lead to another. Usually in a bad way. Ad hominem. Equating one's argument with their character. Hate the hypocrite, not the argument. False cause. Relating causes to effects that aren't actually related. Straw man. Misrepresenting another person's argument to make it easier to attack. Loaded question. This is a question that assumes an unproven premise. Hasty generalization. Using unrepresentative numbers or examples to draw a broad, general conclusion. Tokenism. Using only one exception to the rule. False dichotomy. Reducing an argument down to only two alternatives when other alternatives exist. Ad ignorantiam. Assuming an argument is true simply because it cannot be proven false, or vice versa. Appealing to emotion. Playing off the passions and emotions of the people instead of using proof and evidence. Circular reasoning. A premise at the beginning of an argument is the very thing you conclude. Red herring. An intentional diversion away from the main argument. And another general rule of thumb to help you. A majority, and authority, and wealth do not necessarily make right or true. These are some of the most basic logical fallacies you'll see in everyday life, especially in politics and advertising. Good luck. My name is Epsilon. Thank you for watching, and keep thinking.